So yeah, so just back from the school run now, got a nice cup of tea out there. You're right. I bet you felt absolutely shattered walking to work and walking back, and then obviously running into Banbury.
Where are you going? Can I come to? Tell me don't walk away. Don't walk away. I wanna hear you say don't walk away. Tell me these are the words that I need to hear. Where are you going? Can I come to? Tell me don't walk away. Don't walk away. Tell me don't walk away. Don't walk away.
Good morning everyone, welcome to Friday. How are we all doing today? Yes, I'll be blessing this morning, so excited when you got up. For the snow, but then he said it's not enough though, is it, for a snowman to have a snow day? So if he went off to school happy, bless him, know he can get outside later on and play with his friends out in the snow. But looking outside now, it's actually melted. It's more like it was a sharp frost type thing, but it was lovely to see the snow anyway. Hope, fingers crossed, you get some more before winter's out. I remember one year when it snowed in February, we had loads and loads and loads of snow. I think that's when Sammy was little. So, but there's always hope, especially knowing the fact they've got this sudden stratospheric warming that's happened out in the atmosphere. So I think positive thoughts of some snow, because I know, as I said, Sammy loves it, and even Ben does it. He, remember when it snowed before, he was on his trampoline making snow angels in the snow. It was really, really lovely. Anyway, yeah, I was trying to wake Ben up this morning ready for school, but he wasn't having any of it. He woke up this morning about just after 2 screaming. But the thing is, he keeps kicking his covers off, so we think he actually woke up cold, because actually he was freezing cold. So I need to find a way, there's a way where we can still have his covers without kicking them off. But anyway, obviously there's also when Stephen got up for work this morning, he was still awake. So obviously he wrapped himself in his covers anyway. But obviously when I went to wake him up at 7 o'clock, he must have fell back to sleep. So I'm not too quite sure if we're going to send him in or not this afternoon. I think it all depends how he is. But he had a really, really good afternoon yesterday. It was really, really lovely. Actually done some of his work with his programs and things like that. So anyway, yep, so I'm going to make myself a cup of tea now. Because obviously, even though it was just having this morning, by the time I got around drinking mine was cold. Well, that didn't last long, did it? You can see most of the snow's actually gone. We didn't get loads anyway, it's just like a dusting type thing. Bless them now, like I said, Sam was so desperate for both more snow. But anyway, don't they say when it's lying down, it's actually laying for more? So the question is, for us to see if we do get any more or not. But one thing, it is absolutely freezing cold up here. This grey looks white and so you just look full of it, but there's no snow is actually forecast. Tell you what, look out here this morning, it was nice seeing the snow all on the trees and things like that. So, and you can see Ben's here on his ball, really, really happy, been making a mess with this toy he's done here, bless him. So he absolutely loves his stack of cups, so try and encourage him to stack them up. But you can do about 2 or 3 like the big ones, it's just when he gets to the small ones he struggles with. And you can see he's also been watching Horrid Henry, darling. You absolutely love Horrid Henry. I'm not too quite sure if we're going to send him to school or not. One thing, it depends what time Stephen got home, because obviously he walked to work this morning because again he didn't realise if it's going to get any more snow. He obviously didn't get stuck, because obviously we live on the slope anyway, and he's, like I said, you don't get stuck going up. So you're right, my darling. Yeah, you happy boy today? It's really, really lovely to see you happy, isn't it? And then sitting here, doing a little bit of work, obviously got clothes on the area here. Definitely need to get a tumble dryer. Obviously it's going to go there when we move that out the waste freezer, because obviously Ben's nappies are stored in here at the minute, but hopefully when the wet room's done, out here so they can go on there, but obviously at the minute the workman's put on hold, so it's just trying to rejig the kitchen layout at the minute.
My heart is open, it just took some time. Now I just hope that you stay for a little while. You'll fix what's broken when you make them smile. So just stay for a little while. So long when you go, and I can't get enough of you. So can't you stay a little while? I don't want you to leave, so please stay with me. Stay for a little while. Stay for a little while. Hey, yeah. My heart is open. It just took some time. Now I just hope that you stay for a little while.
So it's a blessing. We just dropped Ben off at school. He was okay, wasn't he? Until he got to the top of school. That's when he started banging his ears and the top of his head here. Obviously he's got his legs waiting for him, but he actually fell to the floor at school as soon as we saw there. So he wasn't in the best of moods, to be honest with you. I think it's hard then what to do, because people say to us, "Oh, keep his routine exactly the same by going back in the afternoons and things like that." So, like I said, got a bit good news this morning. The care agency are there to help us down for next Thursday morning, so that's going to be good for me. And then hopefully that can get Ben back into the routine of going back to school on transport in the mornings, and then that way they said at least I can concentrate on doing getting Sammy sorted out rather than having to mess around on both, because they're going to be there for Ben only, which is going to say it's going to help me big time. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, once lockdown's lifted and things like that, and Ben's got their confidence, and then obviously they get to know Ben and things like that, then the idea is to take Ben out for like days out and stuff like that. Or even one suggestion was obviously the after school club, isn't it? One suggestion was them taking Ben to the after school club and then bring it that way. So yeah, so lots of good things planned for this year. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Ben takes these carers on next Thursday. So yeah, so just back from the school run now, got a nice cup of tea out there. You're right. I bet you felt absolutely shattered walking to work and walking back, and then obviously running into Banbury. So anyway, yeah, so I was saying this is the salad I got from Aldi when we went shopping at Wednesday. I was sworn they used to do forks in these. I really, really did. So obviously they're probably cutting down on plastic waste, whatever else is like. And you can see in there, Stephen's got a corned beef hash thing. It's one of the frozen micro meals he bought from Sainsbury's. Wasn't it? They were reduced down to, what were they, about 50p each or so, weren't they? They were quite cheap. So he just stuck them in there. The idea was to get them for Sammy's for Christmas and things like that, but he wasn't interested in those, so Stephen still have that. So yes, that was a definite quick 2 hours, wasn't it? That's a yawn.
Yeah.
I know, but just before he left, he was actually falling asleep under the sofa, weren't you?
Yeah.
I expected you to, actually, because obviously, like I said, you'd done walked up to work, walked back again, come back into obviously Banbury, now back again, and stuff like that. Plus you'd done 4 days. Plus you said you was busy at work as well, weren't you? So you'll be falling asleep again later on.
It's incredible how things still feel normal.
I know, it's just loads of people have said that, and there's loads of people. Like I said, we drove past Retail Park again. It's so busy on there. I really don't understand why. I know things you've got Iceland and there, aren't you? Home bargains, bargain buys, and Pets at Home, haven't you? But I know they're up here open because they're classed as essential, but things like Hobbycraft Click and Collect, aren't they? And I'm not too quite sure about costs, so that's open. I really don't know. So anyway, like I said, I was at the school now waiting for the boys to come out. Hopefully they've had good days. I'm not expecting the best from Ben, to be honest, yesterday, because when we left him, he didn't seem that happy, did he?
No, I don't think he didn't want us to bring him.
No, and it's also when we left, it's like he looked at us and he's like thinking, "Oh, don't leave me here." But he had a really good afternoon yesterday, so that is a positive sign.
He's got to know that, being key workers and essential workers, he's got to come to school.
Of course he has. I think it's something nice. Being honest, if there's quite a few kids here actually anyway. I think there's only about 3 million buses missing out the whole thing normally. And one of them was the Let's Play bus after school club one, wasn't there? So obviously that's cancelled anyway. If the fact Sam's going to have a good day, because like I said, he really enjoys coming to school now as well. So anyway, no doubt we'll find out what sort of the days they had when they come out. But nice actually one day the teacher actually bring out Ben out to us. That'd be really surprising if they could do that, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we'll find out in a bit. So yes, we're just back from the school run now. Ben hasn't had the... He's been up and down this afternoon. They said he has had some good moments, but he hasn't wanted to eat much, he hasn't wanted to drink much. Again, that could be the anxiety, because we'll notice that Ben, when he's stressed or anxious, he doesn't want to eat or drink. So we're coming home in the car, you had a big packet of cheesy ball things, didn't you, Ben? Did you like those cheesy balls? Do those cheesy balls nice? Yeah. Anyway, yes, no, you're home now till Monday, aren't you? Obviously, I don't know if we're going to send him on Monday. It depends if I can get him on his taxi in the morning. Oh, well and good. But obviously, got Cam's phoning me Monday afternoon. So, again, if we can't get him to on the bus, he probably won't have the day off, because obviously it's gonna, the time they're phoning is clashing with the time they should be in school for the afternoon. So, school said that's fine. They're quite happy to play it by ear and go from there. So, anyway, Sammy's just come upstairs straight away. What are you playing on, sweetheart? What's the matter? Anyway, sweetheart, how was your day at school?
Very good.
What have you done at school today?
I've done assembly and everything.
Yeah. Did you play out in the snow?
Yeah.
Was there enough to play out? It didn't melt or anything, did it?
No.
Must admit.
It's a little bit melting when I come back in.
Yeah, I know that. Anyway, looks like Bam had a bit more snow than what we did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it enough to build a snowman?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. So, what's this about PHSE? You're doing what you want to design? You're doing what you want to do when you're older. What jobs you want to do when you're older?
Video games.
You're going to be designing video games, don't you? You
Like
know what?
racing game and platforms.
Is that what you're going to design, is it?
Yeah.
What sort? Okay. I must admit, if that's what you want to do. I must admit, you said that ever since you got into gaming, haven't you? You want to design computer games and things like that. Obviously, you're trying to stop him from watching one of his first Drive things, because obviously he's watching that. And he's going to play on the Switch now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you like playing the handheld?
Yeah.
What game are you going to play on your Switch?
I need to turn off the parent controls first.
Yeah. You still got Mummy's Sega game up here for Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. I can still see it there. It's logged in there. So, tell you what games you got on there? You got quite a few good games on there, haven't you now? You got Just Dance on there.
We've got Sia.
That's Mummy's game. That's a game Mummy played for her. So you could.
I've got Sia Drive Classics, Bowling, Just Dance 2021 demo,
Crash
Bandicoot, Sports 5, Super, and Nintendo Entertainment System 299, Animal Crossing, Super Mario Brothers, and Horizon.
Animal Crossing and the bowling one. What Mummy downloaded, weren't they? What Mummy used. So anyway, do you want your pasta left over from tea from last night?
Oh, I want to have something different.
You want something different? What do you want then?
Dinosaurs.
I want dinosaurs. Okay.
And Friday has come to an end, guys, and I am glad, to be honest with you, because today has been one of those days where I am absolutely shattered. I tell you, this morning I woke up around 4 o'clock, or shall I say Ben woke us up around 4 o'clock, and looked out the window, and it was snow on the ground. So I thought to myself, nah, I'm not taking the car. No, I don't want to drive. And so I walked to work. I left here at 5 o'clock and I got there about 20 past, so it took me 20 minutes. And then being on your feet for a good 6 hours and then walking straight back again. I tell you, the walk back was horrendous for me. I just felt like I had 2 dead weights in my legs. It's like I couldn't really move. Anyway, I got back here, and then of course Ben was here and he had to go to school again. And by the time that was done, we only had an hour to sit down again and then go pick up again. So you can see the predicament we're in at the moment, where there's not much time to do anything else, because when it gets to the weekend and you just want to sleep because it just gets so tiring. I tell you, this merry-go-round they've put us in, especially with transport since it got changed, it's just doing me head in, guys. It really is. I tell you, I just wish people would leave well alone until, I knew Ben was going through a situation, until it got sorted. And finding out that his sleep meds he's on is not the original one he should be on, and we're wondering if that's causing the issue of him not going to sleep at night. does my head in, and I know it's doing Cheryl's head in as well, isn't it, Cheryl?
I know, it's just so annoying because when I asked the pharmacist, they said, oh no, it's exactly the same meds, it's not different at all. But then when you get found out, oh yeah, it's totally different. One should be a child's version, one should be an adult's version. Obviously Ben's on the adult's version, obviously because of his size and everything else, because technically he's 6'3" now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'm going to have to make a few phone calls probably Monday, or even so next time, can you make sure he has his proper sleep meds?
He's getting really close to the top of that door now, so that's scaring me because I'm wondering if I'm going to be looking up at him soon. It's like, you know, hello Ben, how are you doing?
The thing is,
but, you know, when we took him in earlier on to school, we got to the top of the road just around the corner and he just let rip. It's like he gave me that looking impression when I left him, like, you know, I don't want to be here.
Right. Look, also you can see he towers above me, look. He towers above me big time.
You know, he can't help it, that's just the way he is.
I know.
You know, we missed him going from little short bugger to big bugger now.
It's quite funny because obviously with my dad, he said a few years ago he'll be down here and Ben be up here, and he was right.
Yeah, he was right on that one, yeah.
So,
He said a before and after. Let's see if you can copy the way you held him when he was that small.
yeah. Because I just think how tall he's going to be.
Yeah, one thing I do know, he does miss seeing his pappy. He hasn't seen him for a long time now.
Properly, he hasn't. We FaceTime and stuff like
It's
that.
not the same as seeing in real life.
It's not the same. This is another thing with Ben. He probably doesn't understand why he can't see Nanny and Pappy all the time, because we see them all the time doing that sort of thing. So that probably doesn't help. We know that. But
like myself, I haven't seen my dad for a long time either, and he keeps ringing me. He says he's all right, he misses and everything. You know, what can I do? You know, I can't really just go up there and see him. That's the problem.
You can't in a minute, can we?
Don't think you've ever seen my dad on the vlogs, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't think we have.
No, it'd be nice to get him on one of them one day to see.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. He's not getting any younger, and the way things are at the moment, the things are getting worse. I know they keep hiding high on these vaccines, but
it's scary stuff.
yeah,
Isn't it?
the numbers are really high again today. Really high.
It's really scary stuff, isn't it, what's going on?
Yeah, so guys, yeah, as always, you know, thanks for joining us today. Maybe one day we'll all see the light at the end of the tunnel and we'll all, you know, be ourselves again.
Hopefully. Sam was due to over the weekend, what she'd do is Legoing again, doesn't he? So like I said, Sam was really into his Legos, really enjoying it, bless him.
Yeah, so over the weekend look out for some more Lego videos. And me and Sammy are going to do some more Lego, and I don't know what we're going to do with Ben, try and do some more stuff with his iPad or something. Because it's best to, they said it's best to work with a bit of technology as an aid with him to see, you know, see how he gets on. But anyway, comment down below, hit the like button or the dislike button, it's up to you. And we'll see you tomorrow for Saturday, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Hopefully more snow.
Oh yeah, right. I am walking again. No, but yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, guys.
See you tomorrow, goodbye.
Bye.
Where are you going?